Facebook, get your priorities straight, okay? I don't want another person adding me as a friend and I realize that they're just spam. This is like what Twitter is getting, you know? Oh, I like you. Here are nude pictures of me. Like, no. No. Okay? Mark Zuckerberg, get your shit together. Okay? This is ridiculous. We shouldn't be getting, at least I shouldn't be getting, weird spam people. I shouldn't even be getting spam on YouTube. YouTube, get your fucking priorities straight. Anyway. I don't have much else to say, really. Just wanted to say that and get it out there. There's a guy on Facebook who's starting to piss me off. You ain't no Joker. Yeah, you just said that I am the Joker. Because it's a double negative. Double negative. Idiots. So he thinks that the best Joker is Cesar Romero. No. That's very wrong, because actually the best Joker so far has been Mark Hamill's portrayal of the Joker in the cartoon animated Batman series. It's also Harley Quinn's debut, in case you people are confused, which is okay. I've been confused too. Not about that, though. He doesn't think Margot Robbie's performance was even good. Okay, buddy, you need to look in the mirror and then smash it. Because you don't amount to shit. The funny thing is, he's not a troll. He's just an idiot with a gun. You know, like everybody else. What makes Batman better than the Joker? Well, the Batman is for children. Unless you watch Christopher Nolan's series, that's not for children. But he proved that Batman could be a person. Batman could exist. Bruce Wayne could be a person. And if it wasn't for Christopher Nolan, well, we wouldn't have Jared Leto's Joker. We wouldn't have Ben Affleck's Batman. We wouldn't have stuff. Why can't I think right now? We wouldn't have... we wouldn't have Gotham. I mean, Gotham is so realistic too. I mean, Jerome, he is terrifying. And he doesn't even have makeup. He doesn't fall into a chemical bath. He's just a creep. Just this person without a face. It's like... don't spoil the third season for me. Someone will. Someone will definitely do it, but whatever. I haven't watched the third season of Gotham because I want to save it for Netflix. I didn't save Better Call Saul for Netflix because I just had to see it. There were so many ads already with these weird Facebook groups I had joined. I was like, fuck, I have to see this. And it was pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as Breaking Bad yet, but that doesn't matter. Anyway. So, in my opinion, the best Joker so far is still Heath Ledger's Joker. Because he is... First of all, Heath Ledger was method acting, so like none of his lines were scripted, and Jared Leto could beat Heath Ledger's Joker. The only problem is we barely saw him in the movie, so he can't really win. Also, Suicide Squad wasn't supposed to be about the Joker anyway. It was supposed to be about the Suicide Squad. Harley, Deadshot, Boomerang, Katana, Slipknot, but he dies very quickly. Rick Flag. So, like, that's the Suicide Squad. And apparently, Harley was supposed to not come back to the Joker. She was supposed to be with the Suicide Squad. And she was going to argue that against Amanda Waller. And Amanda Waller would have been like, sure, but you're still going to get locked up. And ironically, the Joker could have still saved her because she would end up in Belle Reve no matter what. Even if she did refuse... Actually, that's not true. I mean, Amanda Waller, they could have, like, Deadshot could have just put a bullet in her head, and, like, she's the puppet master. So if you kill the puppet master, like, you're home free. What's really cool, though, is in the Assault on Arkham movie, the ending is Deadshot about to kill Amanda Waller. So that's pretty dope. Like, and what's also interesting is Deadshot, according to Assault on Arkham, he is the one who's been there before. So is Harley, but, like, it's just... I like when movies hide hide their backstory. Like, the Joker doesn't need a backstory, but it would be cool if we had one. I mean, he does have one. The Killing Joke is his backstory. And the guy who thinks that Cesar Romero is the best Joker is an idiot. The Joker, as Cesar Romero, is just a fool. He doesn't really do anything very dangerous, and that's not a problem. I mean, that's fine, but that doesn't really, to me, that doesn't really show the Joker's true colors. The Joker's true colors is when he actually is a criminal mastermind, an assassin, a man who kills. I mean, I have not seen The Man Who Laughs, so maybe I'm not really giving you a very good opinion of the Joker, but I can tell you that The Man Who Laughs is what inspired the Joker to become the Joker, but now the Joker has become more than just a man who laughs or a fool. He's become a criminal, a killer, a psychopath. He's everything. He's a fool, he's a psychopath, he's everything. And Jared Leto's Joker showed him just having fun. And that's what's really important here, the fact that the Joker can have fun. Because not a lot of people really realize that the original Joker is the comic book Joker. The original Joker is really Mark Hamill's Joker. I mean, technically. I mean, I don't know. I think the first debut of the Joker, though, was The Killing Joke, if I'm not wrong about that. I think I'm not wrong about that. Anyway, that showed the Joker's true colors. The Killing Joke showed him becoming a maniac. Now, the only person... No, I don't think in that comic book the Joker actually kills anybody. He only shoots Barbara Gordon and paralyzes her. He doesn't expect her to ever walk again, but she does because she trains properly. It's like watching Hank Schrader getting his legs back. I mean, if you don't do anything about it, yeah, you're probably going to be paralyzed for life. But if you train the human body, like even when Bruce Wayne gets crippled by Bane when he breaks his back, like, again, without any real hospitals, I mean, without any real doctors, it's probably hard for him to get his back into place, especially since apparently part of his bone is jutting out because when he got his back broken by Bane. But, I mean, the human body can mend itself. It probably can't mend itself the way that we saw Bruce Wayne in The Dark Knight Rises, but it's possible. I mean, there's one guy who thinks there's a lot of plot holes in The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know. I'm rewatching the franchise for the second time, and I'm on The Dark Knight Rises, but I'm saving it because it's one of... I mean, my favorite scene is that plane scene, and it's terrifying, and I want to be terrified for the scene because that's what's going to make it so much better. But anyway, I guess in my opinion, yes, the best Joker is definitely Heath Ledger's Joker. You can't really argue that. You can say that Cesar Romero is the best Joker, but that doesn't make any sense because that's the campy Joker. That doesn't really show us who the Joker is. It just shows that he likes to have fun, and he's a fool. Which is fine, but the world we live in now is more dangerous than that. So the Joker needed to become more dangerous because of the world we live in. But now he's become a criminal mastermind. He kills. There's theory that he's a chemist, a brilliant chemist because of his laughing gas. So, like, but the original Joker killed people. Or the original Joker, like, hurt people. Like, that was the original Joker. The campy Batman spoof is interesting because that gives a very different Joker. But that's what's really cool about the movies. You can change the Joker. The Joker has to fit your film. So, for Cesar Romero, it fit the show, and it fit the film. But for Michael Keaton's Batman, Jack Nicholson fit the Joker perfectly, because that's who he wanted to portray, the killing joke Joker. This is the perfect Joker. And the Joker kills Bruce Wayne's parents, so you've got, like, two motives for why Batman would become Batman. Batman becomes Batman because of his corrupt city, but Batman also becomes Batman to thwart the Joker, who he doesn't realize murdered his parents. And then in the Batman franchise that Christopher Nolan created, I made a mistake. There's no Jill in the thing. There is Joe Chill or whatever who murders his family. And so yeah, Joe Chill or whatever his name is, He's apparently the original guy who killed Batman's parents, or Bruce Wayne's parents. And in Batman Begins, Bruce Wayne wants to kill Joe, and someone else does it for him. And a lot of people flipped out about how Batman is so inaccurate and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care anymore. The point is that it's actually probably the most accurate Batman we'd ever had, because it just showed him who he is as a person, who he is as Batman, what he's doing and why he's doing it, and everything was so realistic. Like, Bruce Wayne apparently hates the costume, or got lots of injuries with the costume, because that's how Christian Bale suffered. He didn't want to wear the costume, but he realized he had signed up for this role. He couldn't just leave. I mean, he could leave, but it wouldn't. Probably worse things would have happened to him if he had just left. Anyway, so it's great that Christopher Nolan incorporated that. Like when Walter White says that line about him not wanting to wear his meth clothes home. That's because Bryan Cranston didn't want to wear his Walter White tainted clothes home, because he didn't want to take this guy home. Same thing with like Heath Ledger. I don't know if Heath Ledger probably did wear his clothes home. Like, as a director, you want to encourage your actors to stay in role after you have turned off the cameras. I mean, it just adds another layer, and that's what Jared Leto did. He stayed in character when the cameras were turned off. It just made him more Joker. Heath Ledger was still incredible, though, and the problem with Joker's Jared Leto is that we didn't get a lot of him. And that's what a lot of people were expecting. They wanted to see Jared Leto's Joker shine. And, well, if you watch the uncut version, he does shine, but he shines in a different way. He shines as the origin story for Harley Quinn. And you all can yell at me and say that's wrong, but it's true. I mean, that's why he's there. And maybe David Ayer should have made that more clear to Jared, but I don't know. Jared was sort of losing his head. And I think as far as Warner Brothers is concerned, he probably is still going to be the Joker, because he did some weird tweets about Joker stuff, and so he could be just teasing us, but he's probably going to be in the next few movies, because he signed that contract. He's now the Joker for DC. And yes, there is some stupid video about replacing the Joker with somebody else, but don't do that. Like, he deserves the role. Give him the role. Let him carry it out. If he doesn't do it well, then you can kick him out. But he hasn't destroyed the Joker's image yet. And I don't think he will. I think he's a very brilliant Joker. I think he's probably one of the best we've ever seen, because he stays in role outside of the filming. That just adds another layer to your character. That's what you want. You want the best character portrayal from the best actor. Is Jared Leto the best actor in the world? Well, I can't argue that. But there are other good actors. Anyway, that's my time.